Yoga for healing. What's up? I'm going to be using Haters Exposed deck. Evil Eye Oracle cards. I shuffled them, cleansed them, meditated, connected, got to know them a little bit, not much. First shuffle, bottom of the deck, they constantly convince people that they are this and that. You cut them off and they're still watching. So someone that is going around pretending, masquerading, using evil eye, voodoo, hexing, by using manipulation, using their mouth, being strategic, and at the same time, constantly having to convince people that they are this and that. Which also brings me to this. Beware of being in the conversation with someone that is constantly saying, all right, okay, you know what I mean? Yeah, and you know, beware, because they're expecting you to not even realize by unconsciously agreeing with what they're saying, even if you do not agree, by a nod of the head or saying, yeah, okay. You're agreeing without agreeing, but you're agreeing. Beware of those slick mouths, because soon they will be receiving a backhand. Those masquerading, constantly having to convince. Keyword, convince. Ask yourself, especially in the beginning of this journey, is that how I truly feel? Or am I just agreeing to agree? How do I really feel about what they're asking? And go within. And be extremely aware of those constantly needing validation while they're trying to convince you. They're doing spell work on you. Recognize it and call it out. Because as soon as you verbally say it out loud, say it to their face, say it where their ears can hear it, the power goes down. And they know that. That's why they want us to shut up. Because those true ones, oracles, warriors, starseed, a lot of us have stories to go along with these stories that we tell. Sometimes it's just the karmic side that we're hearing. Sometimes we hear about what we do. But you notice in the readings, they're mostly going in about what's happening with them. They say, yeah, ancestors make sure we know, yeah, you're doing good, you're getting this, you're getting that, but we're not really going into details of that. I've peeped that. Reverse. They can't cause you to act out of character or be irrational in your emotions and have mood swings. They don't possess anything that amplifies their positive vibes. There's nothing, because there's nothing to elevate within them. They're hollow. They're wearing meat suits. You cut them off, and they're still watching you. What else is it that we need to know? They're posting things directly toward you instead of coming directly to you. They're using these little ugly creatures like this that look like that. Look at them. Look like they got rabies, scabies. Look at the around the mouth. They got something around their lips. And their teeth are bad. Their vision is bad too. They can't see shit. There's so many pupils that it makes it a blur. And they think they're cloaked, but we can see them horns sticking out the top of their head. Up, horns. They're trying to masquerade with makeup and putting on jewelry and yeah. Mercury retrograde. They're only here to distract, cause problems and interruptions with your transportation and communication. Your forward movement, anything you say, they want people to think the opposite or like you're nuts, or they're just trying to dirty up your energy. But all they're doing is showing themselves. Another one with horns. Someone is doing black magic, juju work on you. Yes, peep it. I've been warning about some of these readers, spiritual teachers. Fraudulent enlightened ones, fraudulent healers, fraudulent energies proclaiming to have a connection with Source, a connection that's a lie that they're living, pretending that they even have a connection with their ancestors. They don't. They were hanging on by a thread, and now that's gone. What do we need to know about causing you, not being able to cause you to act out of character? They've been working on that. They love that phrase, angry black woman, or that Karen, or whatever they call whatever color you are. Not looking at your culture. Not looking at your energy. Not looking at how you're built. Seek someone to perform, learn to do a hex or breaking a ritual. They're trying to find someone to help them do a ritual. I already know they already have people still trying to do these rituals with their mouths. They're not going to stop, even with the spotlight on them. You thought they say, oops, did I do that? No, they're not. They don't possess any protection. But they coming after you, who's highly protected. You see how goofy they are? Your spirit team, your ancestors and angel spirit guides have your back. So come on. What you got? Low self-esteem and these ugly creatures working for them, trying to help them with these rituals and hex and curse. And they end up looking like this. Look at them. That's what you look like to us. Imagine what that smells like. Their envy and their inferior, insecure energy. They feel less than you. because they've done such dirty deeds. They know they cannot compare to you. Period. It stems from deep-rooted childhood wounds that are not our problem. We had our own childhood deep-rooted wounds that we healed. So what's your problem? You're ugly. You stink. You're dumb. And you ain't good for nothing. That's the reverse for that Mr. Roll in the color purple. Directing it at where it goes. Someone that is constantly falling in reverse because they're in their south node. The root work is going back that they went and got done on you. The person that they seek to help them. They're trying to find some protection for themselves and they can't. This energy vampire is no more. This was also in the reverse. This excessively demanding creature that was demanding your attention that they weren't getting, nor emotional support. They couldn't support themselves, but they wanted to use you as a crutch, but destroy you at the same time. How ignorant. They wanted to cause you to miss out on an opportunity to grow, to have a different perspective, not to focus, to zoom in on them. They didn't want you to see what they really look like underneath that makeup. They wanted to take you back to the past and repeated cycles. Always wanting to blame Mercury retrograde, bitch, please. Can you grow beyond what you already knew? Things are moving. Everything is moving. Everything is changing, evolving. And if you are evolving, you don't have to worry about people showing up at your doorstep because they're blocked spiritually and you're highly protected. They've been sitting in spiritual jail all this time, not even realizing it. We've been safe and supported and secure, never fearing you hoes or you bitches. They never took a thing from us. They only caused a delay while we were raking all of you idiots up. Crabs in a barrel. Fake spiritualist. These trickster spirits. Well, you know what? They work for us. Now you're having sudden memory loss and things are coming up missing. That spell work, the jinn, the root work, the freezer spells, whatever you created, baby, is all yours. We've been protected. We've been aware of this spell work you've been doing, and we've never once feared or had a sleepless night. Not the true ones. We've never given up our power, not even in the comments section saying that we're a victim. They did this to us. They did that to us. No, we kept on proclaiming what was going to happen to them. And it is. See, there's a difference. And trust and believe, real recognize real. They're trying to find someone to help them. And they're already defeated. blocked in spiritual jail. Cards are sideways. They secretly keep tabs on you and every move. They can't do that anymore. Unexplained body welts, bruises, and scratches. They can't explain and they're stuck with. These are things they wanted for you that were blocked. Beware of anyone from the past wanting to enter back into your life. And they cannot. They're blocked. So stop flapping your lips talking about they're sorry. I could see if you were picking up a whole different energy, but every time it's the same motherfuckers, bitch. Our spirit team is fed up with these hoes causing all this shit. They come to kick ass. What are these mules, these creeps, these reptilian, these demons, from wherever they come from, that do not work for the better or the highest good? They're blocked, stuck in spiritual jail where they will sit and rot. But you know what? That's secretly keeping a tab on our every move, you'll still be able to see, because you're stuck there. Looks like something has a hold on you. And that might be that jinn that has you in a chokehold with some kind of blackmail. Well, if you got that debt to pay, and you still may have some secrets that you think are hidden, you might be kept there by blackmail because you're weak. You want secrets. You live for secrets. They're clowns. And they mock you when they feel jealousy towards you. They don't like that glow, but so what? That's a personal problem, not an our problem. That's a you problem. This was in the reverse. Lavender sage. Lavender, you say? Lavender sage. In reverse. That shit ain't helping you either, ho. You can put it all over your house. Because it's not clearing that negative shit from you. Your energy is not harmonized with your mind. Your intuition is declining. You have no love within you. Blocked heart chakra. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Woo! We got the funk. Okay, got the funk. We got the funk. Oh, yeah. Choke on it. The issues and their intentions, lack of affection, balance, beauty, compassion, empathy, healing, love, mindfulness, nurture, and relationships. You have issues with everything because you have no love within you. Your mind is fucked. We already know your chakras are all blown out from a couple of readings back. All that red from working from your root chakra. Staying on a line, working with that fire. Fire you can't hold. Baby, I'm too hot for you. Wanting to cause issues. In reverse. Dark, excuse me. Dark entities are using these people to work against you. But they can't. That's being sent back. Pyrite. They're trying to use pyrite to help shield them from harmful effects that technology can have on their mind and body. Also, for those who do not know, on the light side, pyrite. I love pyrite. They don't have any protection. Mars retrograde. Oh my. That energy will be even greater because they're unaligned, emotionless, out of control. And this Mars retrograde energy is impulsive rage of anger and hostility, major blowout fights and violence is what's coming in with those entities that are going right back to them. And it's causing a lot of chaos and fights in their love connections. Looks like the Grim Reaper to me. Last hoorah. This lavender sage isn't helping. The person causing you negativity is a fire sign that's using lavender. A hater, mad, because they see you winning. And those trickster spirits are on their ass. They're excited to see you. Yeah, what you send out, what you send them, what you send, because I'm coming to get ya. Final destination type shit. We're talking not on this realm type shit that is about to start occurring. Real life. Real life. For some, living a karmic life. Fake spiritualists. Excuse me. I did smoke and I was coughing. These fake spiritualists are going down. They know what's coming. They trying to look and try to hide at the same time. Trying to look and hide at the same time. Spreading rumors about you. They know exactly what they sent out. Causing you to lose your appetite with them. They didn't expect that. They didn't expect you to peep them and see them very clear for this clown that they are. A fool. Someone that was spying on you is part of their daily routine. This fake spiritualist, a reader, someone that uses lavender and maybe using pyrite, and someone that always wants to blame Mercury retrograde on everything. Because, bitch, you know what you've been doing, so of course it's coming back around. But when you clean that shit up, what's a Mercury retrograde? Huh? Past time. What? Time to do your nails? Because it's definitely not a time of conflict and chaos. Yeah, you may see some glitches. You work through them, or you go around them, or you do your nails. It's not affecting you. They can't touch you. But yeah, they can screw with some wires. They can try to hack and tap and try to do shit. But those weapons they form will not prosper. You goofy hoes. That makeup It's not helping. We see what you've been trying to cause, and we're calling it out. We're not afraid. It don't matter how big you are. I remember when I was in junior high, I had a foreign language class. I had a Dutch teacher. He was a really nice guy. Then there's this one chick, about the same complexion as me, but she was about 1.5 feet taller than me. And I was still in high school, and I was still under 100 pounds. So in junior high, I was way under 100 pounds. About 5'4". I hear these rumors going around. She said she want to fight you. She want to fight you. I'm like, who want to fight me? I had to go around and find out. Who is this that want to fight me? Then I found out. So I asked her, why you want to fight me? I don't know. I just do. Mind you, the class that we both were in was at a end of a hall. So one end is lockers and a wall with glass. So there's no exit. There's only one way. I come out of class and it was just like in the movies you see on TV. That whole area where you could walk through to get to this other main hallway, all the kids were standing there, children. But they were kids at the time because they act like some goats, some little baby goats. And she's standing in the middle, in the front. I walk up to her, this close. I look up at her, and I ask her again, why you want to fight me? And she looked down at me, 'cause I do. So, I thought to myself, and I said, well, she bigger than me. I ain't running, and I ain't scared. I said, I think it's wise for me to go at her first. And so I did. That foreign language teacher had to rip me off her ass. Yeah. After that, she wanted to be my friend. I ain't have no problems with no fights. Ever. After that. Before that, it was just elementary bullcrap. That's my boyfriend. The same little girls that's going around grown women right now that I'm reading about. Them pick-me bitches. That's got to use filters to try to look pretty to disguise all they bullshit. Men or women. Because the men wearing the makeup and the wigs and the bonnets too. What do we need to know about this bitch? These fake spiritualists. Think that we can't read they bullshit. Oh, it was an accident. They don't realize they are sending you the evil eye, words and actions. They're going to act like it was an accident. How they spoke. It was a misunderstanding or they didn't mean it that way. They may be using cedar. Fresh woodsy smell cleanse a new home of its old energies and unwanted spirits while inviting fresh energetic vibes and protecting the new occupants. If you have cedar, that can be used, but they may be trying to use cedar. Cedar is good to cook steaks on, but if you still eat meat. I remember back in the day, okay? Now I use my cedar boards and I put vegetables on them. Or maybe some salmon. Trickster spirit. This is what they're dealing with. Because they were behaving with one. Now that trickster spirit is taking over them and playing games on them. They think they're in control, but they're not. Because everything they've been sending has been sent right back to them. Return to sender backfired on them. And you didn't have to do a return to sender. Just remaining in your positive energy, it automatically sends it right back because they're on a different frequency than you. So they don't understand what they're doing at all. They're pretenders, and not even good pretenders, because the amount of knowledge that they have is far too little to be coming after those who mastered themselves and still continue to work on themselves. Maybe not even consider themselves like what people would think, ooh, a master. They want to act like it was a mistake, misunderstanding. I didn't mean it that way. They're upside down. Look how much uglier they're growing. Look like its brother. They can't stand to see you shine. It's a love-hate thing. They can't stop watching you, yet they hate to see you glow. Someone that you cut ties off with, they're still watching, spying. Under all of this spell work that's coming back to them, they mad because they see you shining and sent all this spell work. Recharge your energy. They can't recharge their energy because we distance ourselves and we broke away, pampering ourselves, indulging in our self-care, self-love, and things that make us happy. They can't rejuvenate off our energy because we're using our energy. And as I already said, they can expect unexplained freak accidents. And that is what the card says. Educational purposes only, right? Let's see. We'll see eventually, right? Because there's going to be some freaky shit go down. Freaky shit go down. These cards wanted to fly out, and they're all in the reverse. That's no accident, baby. They didn't answer the call. They have no protection. They did not heal from their traumas. And this is a air sign in the fucking reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in their south node that likes lavender and thinks that they could go to someone for some protection because they're under an illusion of trickster energies, multiple ones, because our ancestors are kicking that fat ass. Around winter, something may have occurred that's going to go down and be resolved by summer. So your summer's going to be great. Children, responsibilities, childhood, immaturity, innocence. This is someone that's really highly suffering from childhood traumas. They're very out of their mind. This raven in reverse is beyond someone that's insatiable, beyond control. They need to feed their hunger. And they're very immature. I would watch this person around children. I would watch this person around anyone. I would not allow this energy in my home. I don't care who they are. If you know of this energy, if you're associated with this energy, the demon's taking over. The demon has taken over. Who you see is not who's there. They don't know themselves. This is someone you need to avoid. And they're going to suffer a freak accident that is going to occur by divine force. And there's nothing that can be done because the energy's already been sent out. They did this back in the wintertime. And it's coming back. We've had that pink full moon. So what the fuck they expect? Someone that admires you. They're inspired by you. Just like a fucking psychopath. Put the lotion on the skin. She rubs the lotion on the skin. You fucker. They like children. And that's why this accident that they suffer, they may have harmed children because of their traumas. That demon is eating the fuck out of them. What else is it that we need to know about this person that is possessed? They could not meet that deadline. They're stuck in the past. They're stuck. There's nothing coming in for them. They're stuck dwelling on what they have done in the past. They're stuck with the energy. There's too much evidence, and law enforcement is even involved at this point because of their devilish temptation in the criminal history. Avoiding staying in alignment, avoiding the 12. They're getting locked up. They didn't stay in alignment. They didn't walk the path. They didn't take the call. They're done. They're getting ate alive. This is not a human being walking. What else is it, Holy Spirit, that the collective needs to know about this energy? These fake spiritualists. Heavy on that energy of it being an air sign, someone in their north or south node, someone that admired you and is being sneaky, spying on you, sending messages where you could see them but not saying they're for you, or speaking them for you specifically. But doing it in an indirect way, causing traumas because they're wounded, because they're psycho, a demon walking in a dress, someone that you've seen maybe even in your astral realm while you're dreaming. They may have come into your dream. I know I've seen these bitches. I saw two of them dressed like they were twins. Black long dresses with a black hat with a black veil. I recognized the hoe, and I told her in the dream. She ran out and I watched her go into another building identical. So it's like they've been going in different dimensions. Because we are everywhere all at once, all at the same time. That movie, that was not a joke. That's not a myth. They've been trying to astral project, following you. Trying to receive your downloads. Trying to overcome you in the spirit realm and in the 3D. But you've been sleeping peacefully. Not missing a beat, because them ancestors of yours, they don't play about it. Oh no, because I make sure my big mama keeps some tobacco You don't know about us. Fuck this twin flame. They're in the reverse. If they're karmic, they don't heal on this journey. They're karmic. Contract done. They're confused, lost in the sauce. And they can't accept that you give self-love. They can't give it to themselves. Something's going to occur around summertime that they did in winter. This is coming up again. Whatever sign they are, they've been getting the signs about this spiritual contract. They've had dreams themselves and some telepathic information downloads or whatever, but they've ignored them. And now they've missed the deadline, being sneaky, being false, a false spiritualist. We're going to leave that right here because, see, there's some unexpected events coming for their ass, and the ancestors are already on it. The Most High, the Creator, is taking them out. Peace.